What's up, everybody? It's Maurice with another episode of More or Less Podcast, where we get inside the mind to get you to the best version of yourself. And I'm posted up in a new spot, the Homemade Coffee Lounge. I got the juice bar over here to the left. I got the coffee shop over here to the right. But More or Less is back at it, full-fledged, getting ready for the new year. This episode, we're going to be talking about mind over money. We've been talking about budgeting. We've been talking about credit building. We just been talking about money management in general, getting you ready for 2025. Today, I want to highlight on something special that I'm bringing to you guys. I have relaunched my wife and I's nonprofit organization called International Ministries of All Got Everything. Y'all know the business, y'all know the clothing line with the brand with All Got Everything, where we give you books like Faith, 30 Days of Restoration. And if you don't know already, all of those are available on Amazon right now. And please excuse the background noise. As a father, got the kids playing in the background, so don't be distracted by that. I'm not distracted by that. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the purpose and the heart and the mindset behind International Ministries of All Got Everything. First and foremost, I always think that it's important for anyone in this world to own a business, whether it be a for-profit, a non-for-profit, or both. But I think it's ideal and essential for you to establish ownership in every area of life. One thing I've learned in my nearly 7 years of banking history, working in the financial space for a lot of years, and even being in the sales industry for multiple years, over a decade, I have learned time and time again that what you know and who you know is the most important thing. And in those connections, in those relationships, I've learned that ownership is how you win in this life, right? The Word of God teaches us, in my opinion, ownership of our spirit. We give that ownership of our mind, body, and soul over to Christ because He is our creator. And so we cannot lose when we have established a proper ownership in every area of life. So for our soul, for our salvation, for our spirit, as we give that ownership over to God, we say, God, here, I'm a vessel working for you. And when we establish that relationship with God, when we establish that transfer of ownership from flesh and self over to God, then we can better navigate this world. We can better navigate what God's purpose for us is. Because I believe if He created us, then we have purpose. There is purpose in everything we do. There is purpose in why God created us for a time such as this. Why you were born in the 80s or the 70s or in the 2000s, right? Versus any other time that you could have been born or brought to this earth. Everyone has a divine purpose. And so, once you give that ownership of your spirit, of your life over to God, the creator of all things, the ones that know who all things, then you can establish ownership in the natural. Ownership over your mind, which is utterly important. Because if you look at the world today, and I'm making a point about all this, guys. If you look at the world today, ownership over our mind is being attacked by social media, by the news outlets, by everything in this world. They want control of our minds so we can be manipulated to fulfill their agendas. But God, the ownership of our life, of our soul, of our spirit, He has a divine agenda, a divine purpose for us. And so it's either are we warring against that or we're warring against this. And so now that we have that ownership established under God, we can pull the ranks in here in the natural. And I think it's important for us to establish ownership here in the natural. Again, one with our mind, and then the next step with our spirit, our finances, our family. Once we control every area of our lives, then we win at this life. We fulfill God's purpose for us, and we do exactly what He wants us to do because we have the guide. We have the creator of all who's controlling and navigating us through His spirit. Right? Through discernment, through guidance, through connection, we can understand exactly what our calling and our purpose is to be a blessing in this world. And why did I go down this whole tangent, this whole rant? Because that is the whole purpose of International Ministries of All Got Everything, is walking in divine purpose, walking in the image of God. Image Incorporated was established to help people that may not be able to help themselves, to support families that may be struggling financially, that may be struggling with connection that may be struggling in faith, right? We want to set something in place where we can help you financially in faith, even in every area of life, right? I'm passionate for fatherhood as being a single dad. I love my kids. You know, it's God and then my kids and then me and then everything else, right? That's how I live my life. That's how I've been devoted to my life. But I want this world to understand that there's so much that we can do, right? And our purpose is not a specific thing, but who we are specifically, how we carry ourselves, how we enter a room, what people think about us. Really, well, to be honest, that really doesn't matter. But who God called us to be in any given moment at any given time, that's what's most important. So, who are you? Who did God call you to be? Not what did He call you to do, but who did He call you to be? Because right now you can be an evangelist, and then next season you could be leading a church, but then next season you could be taking a break, but then next season you could be writing books, and then next season you could be doing all of the above all at once. So you have to know exactly what God has called you to do in a time such as this. Right now, especially in the news media, there's so much misinformation going on out there. There's so many misinterpretations of the word of God. There's so much negativity that's thwarting our minds and trying to get us off the path of righteousness. But with Image Incorporated, we are here to keep you on track with God's purpose for your life. And either that or we're here to bless you and give you resources and guidance to fulfill whatever God's called you to do. Again, I'm big on fatherhood. I'm big on relationship. I'm big on finance, establishing a financial future for you and your family. I believe that God gave us a roadmap for financial security, financial peace, because I believe, they say the love of, well, not they, but the word of God says the love of money is the root of all evil. Not money, but the love of money. And so we desire money so much to fulfill certain things, but it's only tangible. It's here in the natural, and it goes as far as we can let it. But when you use it for blessing, when you use it for divine purpose, then money is not so bad. And the more you have of it, the more you can bless. And that's part of what I'm here to do. My wife and I had a vision that we wanted to bless as many people as possible. To be honest, one of the biggest visions we had is to be financially secure and stable enough to hand somebody the keys to a car and say, hey, this is your car, it's paid for. And even go above and beyond and say, hey, this house is paid for. These are your keys. And whatever God calls us to do. Because I believe that some people are called to do the work. I believe that some people find a balance for both. But I believe some people are here to finance and support the ministry work. I work hard to give and to bless others so they can do whatever it is that God has called them to do. And yes, every aspect of my life is delivering the word of God, being a vessel, living the life, and showing people what it means to be a father in faith, leading my kids down the path of righteousness, walking in divine purpose for a time such as this, so people can see it. People can see that there are real men of God doing real men of God things, so that people can see that there are parents, that there are people that really take care of their kids and raise them up in the admonition of the Lord. Parents that love God over everything. Right? So I'm here to encourage you guys and let you know that Image International, Image Inc. is here for you guys, to support you guys. And you may be wondering, what exactly is that? So this nonprofit is geared to help bless families. It's just simply as we raise funds and resources, we give those resources away for free. One thing that we recently partnered with is Homebuyer Academy, which I'm in partnership with. Homebuyer Academy provides resources for families to become home owners. Another niche in the belt of ownership. I think everyone should own a business, should own land, should own property, should own investments, should own insurance, life insurance. There's so many aspects and so many vehicles of wealth creation to set you and your family up for longevity and a prosperous future. So you don't have to stress. So if you're like me and you want your whole life to be devoted to ministering the word of God, you have to set these vehicles in place. I'm on track now to be so financially free that I can literally let my money make money for me and allow my life to just be a willing vessel, to do these videos, to do these podcasts, to go around the country, around the world, spreading the good news. That is the desire of my heart to do. And that's what International Ministries of All God Everything was established to do. And you can support that by donating, by giving, by pouring out a blessing. And I'm going to let you guys know every step of the way how we're blessing people. Right now in 2025, we're looking to bless at least 100 families in the Orlando, Florida area through Homebuyer Academy, through our live workshops, through our in-person workshops, through our connection and relationships with the churches in Orlando. We are geared up towards financial literacy, financial empowerment, and home ownership. It's hard work, but it's worth it. When you own, with the more you own, the more freedom you have in this world. Like a caveat to that is when it comes to taxes, once you understand how taxes work and the benefit of having a business, a nonprofit, trust, investments, when you really understand how those vehicles work, in some of those areas, I'm well versed in. A lot of those areas, I'm still learning. But here's the best part. Through my resources, I have connections. I have mortgage brokers, realtors, real estate investors, and financial advisors, ones that work on portfolios, insurance agents, ones that help establish financial futures for your kids, talking about investing in their academics and starting those kind of things. I know I'm all over the place, but the basis of what I'm doing is providing free resources. These resources are geared up to bless you, to bless your family, to give you what you need for free. And if you attend some of our showcases and workshops, you might get blessed financially. You might meet somebody that's going to change your life. You might be surprised on how God moves. So, in honor of my late wife, I'm excited to let you all know that International Ministries of All God Everything, Image Inc., is here, is ready to launch, and is ready to support you. All right? So, thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in and for being valued sponsors and subscribers to More or Less Podcast. I'm excited to keep this going for you guys, and I pray that you take advantage of all the resources I'll be giving out to you guys, all the free tips, all the guidance, how to grow in faith, how to empower your family, how to establish a strong financial foundation for you and your family. Those are my pillars. Especially fathers, I'm coming for you. I'm here to support you. I'm here to empower you because it starts with us. It starts with us leading our family. It starts with us taking charge. It starts with us putting our foot down and our feet forward to secure our families' financial and faithful future. Thank you guys. As always, God bless y'all. I love y'all. Catch y'all on the next episode of More or Less Podcast.